Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-NextGen, Boeing acquires sole ownership of Wisk Aero. Autel Robotics to debut new products at Drone and Robotics Summit. And FAA 8th Annual Drone Symposium inaugural AAM Summit announced. And I'm your host, Holland Lee. Welcome to the Aero-News Network's Airborne-NextGen program, a weekly news program covering the next generation of flight, from electric power to vertical lift, uncrewed vehicles, and everything in between. Let's get into today's stories. Boeing acquires sole ownership of Wisk Aero. Boeing has acquired full ownership of Whisk Aero, the California-based advanced air mobility joint venture undertaken by Boeing and Kitty Hawk Corporation. Kitty Hawk's sale of its stake in Wisk follows the company's 2022 decision to abandon work on its aviation and aerospace ventures and gradually shutter its operations in their entirety. Notwithstanding the undisclosed but conceivably substantial sum of money Boeing ponied up to buy out Kitty Hawk's interest in Wisk Aero, the redesignation of the latter as a fully owned Boeing subsidiary appears to portend neither a massive influx of capital into the AAM concern nor significant changes to its operations or developmental timetable. In January 2023, to fuel the continued development of its sixth-generation eVTOL, Boeing invested a princely $450 million into Wisk. Boeing's expertise in the business of aircraft certification and extant relationships with the FAA are apt to prove invaluable to Wisk's campaign to see its eVTOL type certified and manufactured at scale. In stark contrast to sector competitors the likes of Joby, Archer, and Volocopter, each of which seeks to commence commercial production of its respective eVTOL concept in 2025, Wisk intends to bring its eVTOL offering to market sometime before 2030. And coming up after the break, NW230 heavy-fuel UAV engine granted EAR-99 export approval.
Throughout the globe, Piper Aircraft has hand-selected the very best in company representation, service, and support. From first inquiry to acquisition to product support, Piper Aircraft ownership is seamless and worry-free. Piper Aircraft authorized dealers, factory-trained, factory-connected.
Skyleader Aircraft offers a lineup of the most powerful, durable, and efficient light sport aircraft in the industry. From trainers to roomy cockpits for long hauls, Skyleader has an aircraft for you. And the best part? They're in your budget. Skyleader's base prices are set low to give you room to customize your aircraft to your needs, desires, and wallet, allowing you to put your money where it matters to you most. Visit flyskyleader.com today to learn about our aircraft, customization options, and chat with the team.
Welcome back. Now for some shorter stories in our Next Gen Minute. NW230 heavy fuel UAV engine granted EAR-99 export approval. Northwest UAV announced its newest heavy fuel UAV engine, the NW230 EFI-HF, has been granted EAR-99 export approval, thereby dramatically expanding the company's market reach. The NW230's EFI-HF engine is designed for 198 to 352-pound UAVs. Purpose-built to operate on heavy fuels, NW-UAV's latest offering is more efficient than gasoline engines converted to run on heavy fuel. Additionally, the NW230 uses combat-proven subsystem components derived from its NW44 and NW88 stablemates. SpaceX's 28th ISS resupply mission launches successfully. A SpaceX Dragon spacecraft carrying several thousand pounds of critical scientific hardware and crew supplies is on its way to the International Space Station. Launched atop a company Falcon 9 rocket, the mission, dubbed SpaceX Commercial Resupply Service 28 or SpaceX CRS-28, lifted off from Launch Complex 39A of NASA's Kennedy Space Center at 11:47 EDT on the morning of June 5, 2023. Ameriflight receives FAA exemption to operate drones. Ameriflight announced it had received approval from the FAA to operate drone aircraft. The approval renders Ameriflight the first Part 135 cargo airline to receive such exemption and allows the air carrier to conduct UAS operations under its current Part 119 air carrier certificate for Part 135 operations. Moreover, the FAA has granted Ameriflight approval to add Matternet's M2 UAS, the first drone delivery system granted standard type certification by the FAA, to its fleet. Serious problems identified with Boeing Starliner. For purpose of resolving two newly discovered issues plaguing its Starliner capsule, Boeing is standing down from a planned July 21st launch of subject spacecraft. Boeing Vice President Mark Nappy disclosed that the issues, both of which are reportedly serious in nature, were discovered prior to the Memorial Day weekend. Mr. Nappy further stated Boeing company personnel key to the Starliner program had spent the holiday investigating the issues and elected to delay the test flight, which would have seen NASA astronauts Sunny Williams and Butch Wilmore conveyed to the ISS. Well, that was our Next Gen Minute. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Autel Robotics to debut new products at Drone and Robotics Summit. Autel Robotics is making ready to showcase its wares at the upcoming 7th Annual Energy Drone and Robotics Summit. The event will see Autel debut unmanned aerial vehicles, the likes of its transportation and delivery optimized Titan model, and a new Enterprise Series drone dubbed the Autel Alpha. Comes now 2023 and the unveiling of Autel Robotics' Evo Max 4T UAV, an intelligent, innovative platform at once suited to commercial, prosumer, and hobbyist applications. The Evo Max 4T's suite of advanced autonomous flight technologies includes omnidirectional obstacle avoidance and tri-anti-interference. The Evo Max 4T is equipped with 3 high-quality cameras, a 48-megapixel telephoto camera with 10 times optical zoom, 160 times digital zoom, and a half-inch CMOS sensor, a 50-megapixel wide-angle camera with a 1.28-inch CMOS sensor, and 3840 by 2160 video resolution, and an infrared camera with a 640 by 512 resolution and 1.2-kilometer ranging distance. Also new for 2023 is Autel's Evo Nest, which features an automatic charging point and base of operations for the entirety of the company's Evo series drones. Finally, Autel will display its Evo 2 V3 series UAV, as well as the company's new Dragonfish Standard, a fixed-wing VTOL UAV featuring a unique tilt-rotor architecture and acclaimed 126-minute flight time. And after these messages, FAA 8th Annual Drone Symposium and inaugural AAM Summit announced.
Whether you're charting a steady course or pushing for the ceiling, Hartzell Propeller has been elevating flight for over 100 years. It's in our passion for engineering and research. It's in our dedication to testing the limits of performance and creating propellers that are as safe as they are sexy. Now, together with our dedicated family of companies, we're propelling the future of aviation. We are Hartzell Propeller, built on honor.
Are you ready to ace your FAA drone pilot knowledge test, get your remote pilot certificate, and start earning money? Well, flying a drone is a great tool that can open up new business opportunities for anyone. Realtor, insurance adjuster, videographer, or commercial weekend drone warrior, you need to fly legally. Whether you're pursuing your initial Part 107 remote pilot certificate or you need a renewal, King Schools has a course just for you. So start learning today at kingschools.com.
Welcome back. FAA 8th Annual Drone Symposium and inaugural AAM Summit announced. The FAA's 8th Annual Drone Symposium and inaugural AAM Summit will be held at Maryland's Baltimore Convention Center. The Drone Symposium will span the entirety of Tuesday, August 1st, as well as the morning of Wednesday, August 2nd, 2023. This year's event's Time to Accelerate theme connotes the dawning age of unmanned aerial systems, the economic, infrastructural, logistical, artistic, and humanitarian boons of such, and the FAA's ongoing efforts to responsibly and fairly regulate the myriad practical and technological challenges by which the coming years are apt to be characterized. Topics to be covered at the symposium range from BVLOS operations and remote ID to type certification and near-term airspace integration issues. All told, 2023's FAA Drone Symposium stands to provide information by which stakeholders may derive maximal benefit from their UAS and safely operate such within the United States National Airspace System. The AAM Summit, the first FAA-led AAM-centric public conference, is slated to take place on the afternoon of Wednesday, August 2nd, and the entirety of Thursday, August 3rd, 2023. Registration for the FAA's Drone Symposium and AAM Summit is currently open. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.